What's going on, folks? Hiro Stormwolf here, and this is just going to be a quick video kind of explaining why you haven't seen Xenoverse 2 on the channel, even though I was pretty hyped for the game. Mostly it just boils down to how the online play works. While there has been some improvement from the first Xenoverse 2, I feel as though things have gotten worse in certain situations. For instance, there's a new combo system that allows you to chase your opponent after you do a couple of light hits with either the square or the X button, depending on which console you're playing on. And no matter what race you pick, none of those combos connect online. Either the character falls out, or they don't get hit by it, and you're just left wide open, which means that attack's pretty much useless across the board. There's a lot of weird timings to where I'm hitting an opponent, but he's in the grab animation and he's still able to grab me, even though it shows him taking damage from me punching him. Certain key blasts don't work properly. It's just a lot of things online that kind of don't make me want to play the game, or at least post videos on it, because it's a bit frustrating to where I know I'm hitting the opponent, I can see myself hitting the opponent, but it's not registering properly. I'm not sure if it's because of the online delay, the servers, or my connection. If I had to guess, knowing how these type of games go with Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, even One Piece, the online connection is not always the best. We've seen it before in the majority of the Storm games ever since Ninja Storm 2, which they had online play. These servers aren't very good. I don't know why they can't seem to have a good server for any of these games. The last one that I felt had like really good online play was Rage and Blast 1 and 2. I felt that the online connection was relatively solid for the most part, but these recent games, Naruto Storm 3, what the fuck was the in between one? Full Burst, Naruto Storm 4. These games just have not had solid online play, and it's the same thing really with Xenoverse 2. They did a lot of stuff to improve on the general gameplay. A lot of things that was missing, such as being able to chase your opponent, homing dashes, like combos being a little bit easier to perform, a little bit more super moves, stuff like that. But when it comes to the online component of the game, the PvP, I don't know if it's worse or if it's about the same as the first Xenoverse 1. Because it's been a while since I've played the first Xenoverse, and going into Xenoverse 2, I feel as though even though the connections either like green or blue, which are the best connections that you can have in the game, it still feels like a problem for me hitting the opponent, or the opponent hitting me, hits not registering properly. And I feel as though I'm not getting better, or I'm not learning anything because of just how the online is structured. Now, I'm not very good at the game. I'll openly admit that, as you can see from these first two matches. I'm just not good at the game, and I can admit that. But I feel as though some of the problems that I have with the game and me not being good is because the online is just not solid. As much as I don't like Street Fighter V, per se, it has some pretty decent netcode. As much as I suck at King of Fighters, it has really good netcode, so on and so forth. So at least when I play online, I know for the majority of the part, I'm losing because of my skill level, not because of how the connection is, or because there's hit delay and stuff like that. That's mainly why you haven't seen a lot of Xenoverse 2, and I do apologize for that, because I think generally it's a good game. I just feel as though the online support for it is really lacking, which is sad because I really think these are really good games as a whole. I just feel as though there's not enough love put into it post-launch. I feel as though it's kind of those one-offs, which is kind of unfair to say because we just got some free DLC from Xenoverse 2 where you can play as Full Potential Hit, and I believe it's Super Saiyan Blue Goku with the Kaioken activation. So I can't really say there's not love put into it. I just feel as though there's not enough attention put into the online component of the game, which makes the game last a lot longer. I mean, Storm 4, I don't want to say the online is dead, but the player base has severely dropped to where it takes like 10-15 minutes to find a match and stuff like that. So I just don't want that to happen to this game. I feel as though if they could fix some of the online problems, like a lot of the netcode problems to where hits aren't registering, combos are dropping out and stuff like that, it'd be really, really solid game. I think it'd have pretty longevity, more so than the first one. But That's just me, and that's why you haven't seen so much Xenoverse 2, or any Xenoverse 2 for that matter, on the channel, or on the Twitch stream, simply because the online component so far is just not very solid. There's ways around it. You just can't use certain combos, or you have to use certain movesets, but I feel as though the potential of the game is severely hindered because of the online play. Now, this is just one man's opinion, of course. If you guys are playing online, what do you think of the connection? Do you think it's solid? Have you not had problems that I have? Or do you think it's worse than for Xenoverse 2? Or is it just bad in general? Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of this match. Take care.